Scrapping's like any other thing. If you work hard at it, you're gonna get more out of it. So if we're being lazy and we're not doing a whole lot, we might only make $10, $20 a day, but that's on us. We know that if we want to put the work in and really get out there and looking and prep and scrap, you can make $100 a day
Easy.
without breaking the law.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Philadelphia and welcome to another video bringing you the real life stories of so many that are dealing with homelessness and living on the streets. According to the Philadelphia Office of Homeless Services, 18% of the city's homeless population is unsheltered and living in places unsuitable for human habitation.
What's up, guys? How you feeling today?
Hanging in there pretty good, enjoying the weather.
Another chance to be alive and prove to the world what you really got.
Okay, and who are we talking to today?
I'm Scott,
My name's Joe.
and this is my son.
Okay, so it's a father and son duo, and you guys are out here together on the streets of Philadelphia, correct?
By choice, not by choice. We choose to be together, but there's a lot of choices that put us here that we can't choose.
Help us understand, how did you guys end up being on the streets together?
You want to explain? I mean, COVID, basically. We were both working when
COVID was the catalyst that
Yeah.
started everything.
when the pandemic hit. We were working at the time. We had a little time off, and actually, my father, who was 81 years old, we had just done hospice for him at home. He had passed away, and
Non-related to COVID.
yeah,
though.
no
Thank
COVID.
God.
So after he had passed, between the time off of COVID and staying home with the arrangements for him,
And a couple bills accumulated.
yeah, we were about 2 months behind on the rent, and the landlord put us out. He wouldn't let us re-sign the lease. We had nowhere to go. We had some contacts down here, so we ended up moving down here just to be closer. Joey's car blew up, so we couldn't back and forth no more, really. So, I mean, that's, like you said, that's the catalyst that got us here. See, we were working, so we didn't get none of the pandemic money,
Just the unemployment.
Yeah.
When everybody had to stay home from work in March, I got unemployment from that, but I didn't get pandemic relief. The PUA, I didn't get any PUA, but I did get the unemployment, which I made twice as much on unemployment than I was working. So that was an experience.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys been out here since 2020.
Correct.
2021. We were evicted January 2021 from my apartment.
Is that what it was?
Okay, 2021. So it's been 3 years. What's that experience been like out here?
Well, I mean, it's kind of an up and down experience. I mean, it's cool. Philly's a great place, definitely. Definitely a great place to be. But out on the streets, I wouldn't recommend it. It's a little scary. It's tough, man. It's you're on the streets. You got to watch your back and watch each other's back.
Where you got to take the good with the bad. Philly is a good place, but it's a very bad place too. Don't be naive. It's not the best. It's not heaven on earth. It's a good place. There's good people, but it's a bad place, and there's bad people too. It's just like anywhere else. You take the good with the bad, or you're not gonna have anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of people we met out here that I don't think we would have met if we weren't homeless. So we try to look at the positive things that have happened and not dwell on the negative.
Okay, so how are you guys able to stay together like all the time out there?
Well, to most people, it appears like we're together all the time. but we have to take care of business. We have to get food and water, all essentials for life, to where we'll split up, and we can really get more done with two people in two different places. And if we were together doing something, we try to utilize our strengths, and if it is an advantage for us to split up, we try to do so.
I mean, in the
Split
sense,
up to come back together at
right?
the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a sense of together, we're together, every morning and every night. But throughout the day, we got different jobs, odds and ends to do. So we're together, and believe me, it's a strain on any relationship. I wouldn't advise it, man. It's hard. As far as being together all the time, yeah, it's a little stressful. There's times we got to walk away and be alone by ourselves, but for the most part, you got to do what you got to do. Family comes first. Even out here.
So, speaking of, having to do what you got to do to eat and get money, how do you guys, get by out here?
Well,
Well, Philly's a great place as far as
there's a
You know,
lot of food out here
there's
and help.
resources. You
Yeah,
just have
definitely.
to find them. You have to ask for them and use them. But we choose to scrap. Um, there's other ways you can make money. To each their own. Whatever you're good at, do. We just choose to scrap. We took that avenue where we find metal, junk, stuff like that, cash it in, get money, and get what we need to get by. You know.
If if
Okay,
if
and
I'm doing good and I'm making money, I like to roll with the punches, and just if it's working for me, I like to I like to ride with it until it's not working with anything.
so how lucrative is the scrapping for you guys?
Scrapping is like any other thing. If you work hard at it, you're gonna get more out of it. So if we're being lazy and we're not doing a whole lot, we might only make $10, $20 a day, but that's on us. We know that if we want to put the work in and really get out there and looking and prep and scrap, you can make $100 a day
Easy.
without breaking the law
Yeah.
easily. Yeah.
I mean, it's about being in the right place at the right time. Somebody puts something out, or somebody sees you and they say, "Hey, could you use this?" And it's all about being where you need to be.
I like to ask people for certain things instead
Sure.
of trying to scheme and how can I steal this. I like to just ask
Plus,
sometimes.
you're in the city, so
So
it's always
yeah,
somebody's
if
trash
you're
night,
not doing good over here, take a walk and go over there. There's it's a big city.
right? And we got other friends that are scrappers, and you tend to
So it can
help each other out a little
it can
bit.
be lucrative, but it's not a get rich quick and easy scheme.
Yeah, the police and whatnot. Not the police so much, the transit police. Now they're not letting us bring shopping carts and baby strollers and whatnot on the L. So they make it a little bit difficult. I don't know why. We're always safe and stuff when we do, but it's just an obstacle you got to go around. I mean, what more can you do? I mean, I guess they're looking out for the people that are on the L, which is understandable. But one way or the other, if you want to do it, you're going to come up with some way to get it from here to there, point A to point B. Or else it's a real long walk.
Scott, you've been in Joe's life pretty much all his life, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
And you guys been together, before this and after this.
I'm 29 years old.
29. Scott, you are
I'm 54.
okay. And what has this situation taught you about being a father?
Well, I mean, once a father, you're always a father. In my eyes, regardless of the situation or where you're at. Like I had said before, it's a little hard out here. There's certain rules that have to be broken in order to get by when you're out here. Safety is always a concern. You know, I mean, I care about people in general, but when it's your child out here, you know, you tend to worry a little more. I you know, I'm proud of Joe out here. A lot of people couldn't do what he's done. You know, I mean, you're thrown into the lion's pit when you're out here, and you gotta take things as they come. You know, because there's something new every day. Believe me. So, you know, as far as adjusting to what he had to do and getting by and whatnot and looking out for me and stuff, you know, I wouldn't want anybody else out here. You know, it's a win-win in a way, but you know, I mean, because that, like you said, at the end of the night, we're always together. So it's a little easier, I think, being family some days, and then there's other days where you know something pops off or something happened where we were, and you know, as a father, you just worry. I feel more so about your child than you would anybody else. So, like I said, it's stressful, but it's great. I get to spend time with my kid every day. You know.
And Joe, what's the hardest part about it all for you?
Some days just you know, it's just time. You know, you're not gonna get back. Not that not that every day is a waste of my time. 'Cause I try to make it not so. But some days you feel like you know your days are kind of slipping away almost.
You wish you were somewhere else.
Not not necessarily. I wish I was somewhere else or that I could have something more to show for what I've been through and what I've you know something to show for what I've accomplished.
Absolutely. Man, you guys are pretty smart, intelligent individuals, man.
Thanks.
So what do you guys feel can be done to change this situation or to get back to a normal living situation?
Um,
Well,
hard, cold cash.
yeah, I gotta make more money,
Yeah,
income. I need to have steady, reliable, legal income.
yeah. We need to put a little bit of money aside.
Yeah, I'm not making enough to where you know I can pay the bills. I can have everything I need to live out here, but not enough to have that and pay bills.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying, you know, the housing and all that. We're seeing what they can do. We're trying every avenue we can. But the bottom line is, you gotta, you know, you gotta really want to. I mean, once you settle down and realize this is not where I want to grow old, you know, we got to figure out a way. Bottom line, like you said, we're trying to do it the legal way to stay out of trouble. So, you know, we just got to, it's about making more money and contacts. You know, hopefully one of these times we'll meet somebody and they can maybe hire us on, you know, for some work, get a little money saved and, you know, get a little place and go from there, you know, do what we got to do.
Right.
That's,
So that was going to be my next question. How do you guys feel about, getting a job and things like that?
I'm all for it.
Yeah, I've worked before. My longest job, I've worked about 3.5 years as a carpet weaver. Um, I feel probably about pretty much the same way anybody else feels about a job. You know, it sucks. You sell your time for money. You know, at the end of your life, you can't get your time back.
Well, I
But
mean,
you know, it's also good to work and occupy your mind.
if you,
You know, it's
if you can't do what you like, you know, my dad used to say you better like what you do.
yeah, basically, yeah.
So, I mean, you know, like it or lump it, we gotta, you gotta do it. It's just, you know, something that has to be done. You know, we're American. We gotta work, pay taxes like everybody else. We did it before, and you know, we'll do it again. It's just a matter of getting over that little hump. You know, it's hard to get started. Like I said, when you're in a rut, you know, you're just digging, 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 and you seem like you're not getting nowhere. But like I said, it's the way I figure. It's about making a little more money and being able to save and making the right contacts. Like I said, somehow getting a job and getting out of here. There's a lot of people with great ideas and stuff out here. It's just we're spinning wheels. That's all. There's a lot of really great people out here. I wouldn't wish this on other people, but it's an experience that I don't think I would change now that I'm here. If that kind of sounds weird, but you learn a lot about yourself, and you really see the world for what it is. A lot of people tend to look down on someone when they're homeless, and you see what somebody else is made of. If they want to help, they can. If they want to turn up their nose, they can. Regardless, we're gonna still do what we got to do. We're not out here to hurt people. We help when we can, and we accept help when we can. It's just about getting back to a normal schedule, and once we're there, not losing it. That's all.
Man, you're absolutely right. I've met so many smart people out here, man, and I do these videos so people can, you know, understand that. There's real smart and good individuals out here despite their situation. And with that being said, what would you say to anybody that don't know what goes on out here and don't know what it's really like?
I would say you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, right. A lot of people wouldn't want to know what's going on out here. It's a shame. It's sad. There's some people need more help than others. There's a lot of mental health that goes unchecked out here. And it's not the person's fault. It's, I guess, their situation, whatnot. Everything's different. But you know, there's certain people that need more health than bullying, or more help rather than bullying, and people just turning a blind eye to it. I mean, I know it's a hard thing to watch and to see and all, but it's everywhere, man. It's not just in Philly. So people got to figure out a way to I don't think it's ever going to end, because people are always going to have problems and bills that they can't pay. But there's got to be something, or some kind of board that can sit down and figure out something that could help everybody a little bit. Like I said, Philly's got a lot of resources. If you can find them and you can use them, it's great. It's just about directing people to the right other people. But and I want to take time to thank you for letting us speak like this, and you being a medium for us to get the word out there, so other people do see what's going on and hear a little bit about it from the people that are going through it. That's a real good thing, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, man. We met over 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and we maintained a relationship